Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this webinar this morning. We're doing the overview of the Companies Act again today. Just a little saying that we have a lack of knowledge is not a valid excuse for non-compliance. That's the thing that we get to say very often to clients, because everybody is supposed to know what the Act says and what the regulations require when they deal with company statutory services and registrations, and if you are in this field of business. So that's why we like presenting webinars, so we can educate everybody, so everybody's on the same level and know what to do. And we're always here if you have any questions and if you need assistance with anything. Okay, just a little bit about myself. I've been in this business for, well, 32 years now, but I've been with Secretary for only about 27 years. It's been a really joyous ride for me, I must say. I love what I'm doing, and I love work, and I love interacting with the clients as well. Our companies were started in 1984 already. I'm sure most of you know Dora du Plessis, who started the business in 1984. I came here in 1995, and I became a director in 2017. And I am the managing director now since the end of 2018, when Dora decided she's had enough, she's retiring. She is still involved as a non-executive director, which helps me a lot. We ourselves, everybody in our office, still do webinars and courses to stay abreast with all the things that's happening in the environment. And we make sure that we know what we have to know, and so we can assist our clients to the best of our ability. Moving on to our table of contents this morning. Everything is about the Companies Act that we're dealing with, and specifically with regards to what you need to know about the Companies Act and the regulations if you deal with CIPC. Now, we do that on a daily basis, so I'm really not bragging if I say that we are experts in this field. We know exactly what we're doing. We're going to start with the purpose of the Companies Act, the objective of the Companies Act, recent updates that were published through notes and notices that CIPC publishes on their website. Then stakeholder roles, responsibilities and liabilities. That's with regards to the directors, auditors, company secretary, a little bit about shares and so on, so we can have a little background on that. CIPC's regulatory powers. Then important compliance requirements. We'll discuss a little bit of the IXBRL format of the companies, of the annual financial statements that we have to submit for certain companies, and the compliance checklist. And then lastly, a little bit about corporate governance, transparency, and accountability. Okay, just a quote: "Tough times never last, tough people do," from Robert Schuller. This is really how you have to be if you are dealing with company statutory services. You have to be tough. You have to have a thick skin, especially if you're a company secretary of companies. You can't take criticism personally. You have to be able to work through anything and to take criticism as a positive in a positive view rather. Right, the Companies Act. Introduction, when we're done, you should be able to understand the purpose of the Act and the regulations, the Companies Act regulations. You should be able to ensure compliance. You will know how to assist your clients to do that. And you will know exactly what the functions of CIPC are, why they are there, why we are supposed to listen to them. Okay, starting with the objectives of the Companies Act. Well, it aims to be modern and simple, so everybody can understand it. It's drafted in plain language. Well, it's supposed to be drafted in plain language. There are still certain parts of the Act that is a bit difficult for everybody to understand. If you read it a few times, then you'll be okay. And if you don't understand, you can always ask us. They use less and simpler statutory forms to make the registration processes of changes and new registrations easier for customers. And each form that they issued indicates the article number in the Act and the regulation number in the company's regulations that are applicable to the lodgement of that specific form. Different control, governance, and financial reporting requirements are prescribed for smaller and bigger companies now, where in the past it was all the same for all the companies. We have stricter requirements for directors' common law duties. Directors' skills, knowledge, and personal liabilities are enhanced, so there's a greater onus on the directors to ensure that they comply with everything that's to do with the company. And then Section 163 of the Companies Act provides for better protection to minority shareholders, because it allows for a minority shareholder to apply to court for relief should they feel oppressed, unfairly prejudiced, or their interests are unfairly disregarded, especially by the board of the directors if they feel like that. And also if the majority shareholders oppress them, or a separate juristic entity as well. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat this morning. Okay, the purpose of the Companies Act is to ensure compliance with the South African Bill of Rights, which is a cornerstone of democracy in South Africa, to encourage entrepreneurship and new improved products, services, or technology from entrepreneurs, which enables new markets to be developed and new wealth to be created and increased job opportunities, as well as higher income that can generate higher tax revenue and higher government spending, to provide clear requirements for non-profit companies, to enhance their ability to perform their role in society, to provide for efficient rescue and recovery of financial distressed companies through implementing of the business rescue procedures rather than to be liquidated, to create flexibility and simplicity in the formation and maintenance of companies by implementing alterable provisions in the Act, which may be changed in the MOI, so that you can have a choice on how to draft your MOI, what your requirements are, and whatnot. To create flexibility and simplicity, I will say that, encourage efficient and responsible management of companies by requiring that the affairs of the business must be managed by or under the authority and direction of the board of directors. Transparency and accountability allow the directors of the company to perform properly, which in turn will allow the company to perform efficiently. It provides a predictable and effective environment for the efficient regulation of companies, which is the job of the Commission, that will be CIPC. and to achieve economic and social benefits by providing for formation of a social and ethics committee.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.